Are we live? Are we live?
We are live.
Sawadee ka!
Sawadee ka!
From Koh Samui. Welcome to our live from Thailand. So we're so excited to be here, aren't we, Paulie?
We are indeed.
So we can see already in the chat, there's so many people here, and a lot of our regulars from not out of the UK. So those from Australia, etc., they're able to join us in a more sociable time for them. So that's lovely. So we're apologies for interrupting your Sunday lunch, but
where you were going then?
Yeah. But this was the best time we felt while we were away, because we're 7 hours ahead in Thailand. And when we move through Vietnam, Cambodia and Japan, it's going to get even longer to 9 hours. So we felt that we'd still be able to keep in touch with you, do our weekly lives and answer any questions that you might have. So there we are, Paul. Anything to say?
Nothing at all.
So let's get straight into the comments. And lovely to see so many people here. Spencer, lovely to see you here. It was the first half an hour before, and Rose is here. And mentioning the Aussie lot, Donna's here. So lovely to see Donna, who we met in Perth. So your first question is, on a recent QM tour transatlantic, did you visit the planetarium, and is the 2-hour hydro spa worth the extra dollars? Love tonight's 8 p.m. Q&A start. Yeah, it's nice that you can join us without having to put a stupid alarm on. No, it's true though. Donna sometimes
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing
Donna
at
and Gav
that.
get up sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning just to say hello.
But this is the reason I'm laughing. No, we didn't visit the planetarium this time, but we did visit the planetarium on a previous cruise on Queen Mary 2. And I'm not mentioning any names.
Yes, it was me.
When you go in the planetarium, you recline your seat all the way back. So it's virtually like a flatbed, and you're looking straight up at the ceiling, and stuff is projected onto the ceiling. While we were in there, somebody snored so loud that they woke themselves up, and in their embarrassment, pretended they had a cough and got up and walked out. Any idea who that was?
That was me.
Mrs. Morgan Slater.
That was me. Yes, that was me. But it's so cozy in there. You lie back and it was all dark, and I was really enjoying the planets and thinking, oh, this is interesting. And then before I knew it, I was snorting away. Yeah. So it is worth a visit. That's totally complimentary.
We haven't really sold it, have we? You fell asleep.
But it's worth a try.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
But you have got to book it, yes. But you haven't got to pay for it.
Yeah. So make sure you do book that, because it's very, very popular. The planetarium, as well as or the Illuminations Theatre, is where they do all their immersive talks as well, isn't it? And that's a separate venue from the theatre. It's quite a steep theatre where they do a lot of their, well, not immersive, they call them insight talks, don't they, Cunard? The spa on Cunard is so expensive. You'll find all the prices on our website. And we've been to the spa in the afternoon. We've done one short thing with Jane, didn't we, my sister? Yeah. And that was lovely. But was it worth the extra money? The spa was fine on Queen Mary 2, but it's quite old and dated, isn't it? Yeah. And for the money, I think there's a better pool on Iona, in there, a better hydro pool. Yeah. So
but that's no good if you're on Queen Mary 2.
No. So it was fine. They got the snow thing there, haven't they, in QM2? They got the sink with the snow, they got the foot spas, they've got the hot beds. So they've got plenty there. But we didn't have a treatment there, because it's just, I don't know how they can justify not just Cunard, this is across the board with cruise. I love a massage. We have massages at home, don't we? Every sort of 8 weeks. Of a lady comes to our house and gives us a hot stone massage, which was always going to be one of our treats when I retired. But cruise ships is crazy.
Carole's going to get to the point in a minute. So other side of the world, still waffling on like a waffle monkey. A treatment on an average EO cruise across the board is around about $300. That's an averagey sort of price.
Well, you can get cheaper if you just do small body parts.
You really interrupted me for that, small body parts. Well, so as an average, for a body treatment, it's around $300. Now, that is £220. We can get somebody to come to our house and have a hot stone massage, and it costs £50 or £60 a person.
For over an hour.
For over an hour.
Well, even better, we're in Thailand. I had a foot massage 2 days ago, and it cost me £10 for an hour.
Yes. But obviously, it's a long way to go to get one.
You got the
but so
flight.
I don't understand why they charge as much as they do.
Yeah.
They never seem to be that busy. We did a tour on one of the cruise ships. I can't remember which cruise ship it was, and we did a video. Can we video all your facilities? Yeah, crack on, yeah. There must have been 10 or 12 ladies behind the counter, and we said, right, what we're going to do is come in and we're going to video, and you can choose to be in it or disappear or do whatever.
We asked their permission.
We asked their permission first. So when we went in, they'd all disappeared and hid under the reception desk or whatever they did. They disappeared.
Yeah.
And we were given free range of the whole of the spa. And there wasn't one single customer in there, not one.
If they just dropped the prices a bit, because I do have treatments sometimes on a cruise, but I wait for special deals to come up, because towards the end of the cruise, special deals do appear. So the treatments have been good. The one thing I don't like about cruise ship spas is the hard sell, which you get, and you have to be very firm when you go in, because they'll do an assessment and they'll say, you need this, you need that. I say, thank you very much, but I don't. Well, and it's like, and then the products are huge money. So I think you have to go there with a mindset that you stay firm, and that you're not going to buy anything, because you can easily get sucked in. Cruise lines like Saga, though, because you do pay that extra starting price, the spa is free to use any time. So that's something, if you are a spa person, that's something to consider.
But not treatments.
Yes. And they've got beautiful spas.
The thermal spa on the Saga ships are fabulous.
They are.
They are as good as any we've seen. And like you said, they're FOC. So I think that's a really, really good thing.
Yes. Patrick and Francis are here, so love to see you guys.
Hello. That was a good question. Does that take long? Did that take you to answer that question?
No, it's a good question about spas. On our website, I know I've said about the Cunard, but whenever we go on a cruise ship, we always check out the spa price, because we get asked that a lot. So we've got now, Paul's done spa prices for, about 7 different cruise lines now. So just, if you want to know how much a foot massage is going to be, whether a haircut, whatever, Paul's got it covered.
Yes, I've worked really hard. So you
better
get over there and have a read of it as soon as this broadcast is finished. Not yet, mind.
So Francis and Patrick are saying, loving your updates. Look, you and the family having a wonderful time. Yeah, our first 2 weeks in Asia was always going to be about having a chill out and not working too much. We're not vlogging this part of our holiday. We are doing reviews of Smile House, which is the hotel that we're staying in Fisherman's Village, which has proved to be a real treat, doesn't it? Yeah. But we thought this is time to spend with our family. We didn't want to be on our computers all the time. Well, not all the time, but it's family time. And then when we fly to Vietnam next Sunday, that's when we'll start doing our vlogs for our Mekong River cruise. But we've got lots of information about Thailand on our social media, so do check out. We're posting daily on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so do go and check those out. Janet's asking, is it worth the extra, a deluxe villa instead of a superior bungalow?
The price difference is so minimal. We've got my brother and Carole's sister are staying not together, but in the same standard, which is
superior bungalow.
We're staying in the top of the shop.
Well, ours is a deluxe villa.
But the difference in price is only, for 2 weeks, about 150.
It was about £15 a night difference. Yeah. Jane and Dean chose that because it showed that it was smaller, and basically the difference between superior and a deluxe villa is space. It's space and position within the resort. Yeah. Now ours has got, Jane and Dean have got exactly the same as us in their room. They've got a safe, they've got an ensuite shower, they've got a comfortable bed, they've got a TV, they've got coffee facilities. Anything else we've got?
They got the same, but just in a smaller
Ours
space,
is just bigger. We've got more floor space, and on our little veranda at the front, like our little balcony at the front, we've got more luxurious chairs. They've got more standard chairs. So it depends what you like. Do you like a bit more space? Can you afford that bit extra? We would say go for it, because then you're positioned right near the front of the resort by the main walking street, and you're also by the main swimming pool, which is very quiet. We're loving this resort for lots of reasons. Location, primarily, because it's right on walking street, so you just walk out to restaurants and bars. It's not intrusive of noise, even though the nightly, well, it's not the nightly market. They used to have a market here just in Fisherman's Village on a Friday. They now do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we thought, it's literally over the road there, isn't it? And we thought it's going to be really noisy, but it's not.
No.
It's not at all. So our villa is positioned near the front, where Jane and Dean's is to the back. Now, the other option of accommodation at Smile House is a deluxe double room with balcony that our friends Tony and Tina and Nat and Al, our nephew and niece, have booked. And they were sort of, midway, so giving two people a bit more space. And they're actually like a double, what do you call it? A semi-detached bungalow.
That's what I like, yeah.
Yes, which have a bit more room, but they have got steps in them. So if you've got mobility issues, they could be quite challenging, because you've got steps to go to the bedroom, steps to go down to the bathroom. But we're going to be doing a full review on our website about the Smile House. I've started sort of making notes and writing that, and we'll obviously be doing a full tour of our villa. So we'll include all that.
Yeah.
But if you are looking to go to Koh Samui, Smile House has been a real plus, hasn't it? Anyway, let's go. So Nick and Tracy are here. Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you guys. And Philippa's there. Here is too. Philippa thought she might forget because it's a different time. So great to see that you didn't. Barbara's here saying hi, everyone, from Barbara in Highcliffe-on-Sea. I'm ready for a P&C's chat. I'm now sat on the sofa with two M&S cheesy hot cross buns and a coffee. What bliss. Oh, cheesy hot cross buns.
So because we're from the future... We've already had our roast dinner.
We have.
There's every time we come to Koh Samui, we love Thai food, and we've had Thai food every day. It's been fabulous, and we haven't had a bad meal yet since.
Yeah, it's been fabulous.
But whenever we come to Koh Samui, there's a place that I think we were introduced to by an expat who's living here, and he said you've got to go to this place called.
It was Ray.
Gao Badger, it's called. And
in Lamai.
In Lamai, you've got to book it. What you do is you go in the week, you say, right, I'd like to book a Sunday lunch. You're given the choice of meats. You're given the choice of time when you want to go. And
you
then
speak to a lovely lady called Timmy, who's absolutely mad as a hatter, but such a good laugh, isn't she? Yeah,
she's fabulous. And it is spectacularly good. And it costs, it's sort of between £5 and £6 is what it costs. And you'll see on our socials that I'm going to put some pictures on. I'm doing the stories for today, and on the next thing I'm going to be putting on, which I'll do as soon as this broadcast is finished, is a picture of our Sunday lunch, and it is spectacularly good.
So good. Which people say, why do you go to Thailand and have a Sunday roast? It's like, well, we don't. We love Thai food. We've had all sorts all week, but it's I can't believe we've been here a week already. Yeah. It's gone so fast. But yeah, Lamai is a different place, which is on the east of the island. So let's see. Nick's just saying if I have a question, put question in front so we can spot it. That's great, so we don't miss it in all the comments. Jim and Dwayne are here, so love to see you guys.
No, they're not here. You want to read that?
Hi, hope you're having a good time. Wish we were there. We were out shopping.
Yeah, she was saying hi to them. They're not even watching.
Oh. I hope you watch later then, guys. For those of you new to our live stream, people say, oh, we missed your live stream, and we're gutted. It's like they're always available. So if you do miss them, we've got a playlist. Just go to our YouTube channel, and there's a playlist, and you can go back to right from the beginning when we were really scared and nervous, weren't we, when we did our first one, looking like, oh, is anyone there? Anywho, Keith and Jan, what do you think of Bespoke Beach, and would you stay in the area again? Yes, we would, because we've now been to Koh Samui. This is our, is it 9th time? And we always tend to stay, apart from when we stayed in Lamai and once in Nathon, we always tend to stay at the north of the island because we find getting around to all the different places, it's far more convenient. Now, Bespoke Beach isn't the best beach on the island, is it? It's quite narrow and it's quite gritty. But literally just down the road, you've got Main End Beach and you've got Bangpor Beach, which are absolutely beautiful. And today we went down to Lamai for our Sunday roast, and that beach is normally lovely. But the rain's come in today. We've had fantastic hot weather. It's been so hot and humid. And today it's been, and the waves, we've never seen the waves like this in Koh Samui.
Check out the stores. I've already put a weather report on, but I haven't put the dinner on. But if you get a chance when it's finished, nip over to Instagram stories
or Facebook stories
or Facebook stories, and you'll see what the beach is like today.
Yes. So, but yeah. So yes, we would stay in this area again. I think we've getting around the island's easy. Taxis are available everywhere, and they do have set prices now, which they never used to, did they? However, we because we've been coming here a lot, we've developed a friendship with a Welsh couple, Julie and Mark are just lovely, who we caught up with on Friday. But prior to coming here, Julie gave me a number of, or got in touch with the people that they use if they want to use a taxi. And we've been got to know a guy called Gim, who's been picking us up, all 8 of us, and taking us away in his minibus. And it's worked out a lot cheaper than the taxi. So if you do have any contacts, or you want us to give any contacts, you're coming to Thailand, just let us know, because I'm sure Gim wouldn't mind us passing on. And he's been brilliant. He's been totally reliable. So we just WhatsApp him. It's like today we were in Lamai. We were hoping to have some more beach time, and the rain came, and when it came. So we just got on the Wi-Fi and said, look, Gim, we were going to say pick us up at 4 o'clock. Could you pick us up at 2:30? And he was there within half an hour, wasn't he? So it's been really easy. So I think what my message is there is, wherever you stay on, sorry, I did
she waffled so much she forgot what she was even talking about.
My message is that wherever you stay on the island, it's never hard to get to other places. But Fisherman's Village is a lovely place to stay. It's quite a market. It's more expensive than other parts of the island, but we love it here, don't we?
But there's still, what there is in Fisherman's Village is, like Carole said, in comparison to a lot of places on Koh Samui, there's a lot of what I would term as rooty tooty places where the beer is a lot more expensive, the food's a lot more expensive, the buildings are more in keeping with being like in a nice area in London or something. But there's also tons and tons of authentic Thai places where the food is fabulous and the food is cheap. And it's got a great atmosphere.
It's a great mix, a real good mix. So we're very, very happy here. Amanda's here, so love to see Amanda. Nick's let the cat out of the bag, look, loving the waistcoat. Is this something that could end up in your shop, or is it too bespoke? So our patrons and YouTube members have been obviously they get extra content and behind the scenes stuff. Now this week we bought some material over with us, which are some faux satin with our logo on, because we wanted to take it to a tailor's to see if we could get Paulia a waistcoat made for formal nights when we cruise. And there's so many tailors to pick from. And some of it a little bit in your face, aren't they? And a bit sort of come in. But this one guy started making a bit of a joke, and it's funny. And I thought, sometimes you like someone, don't you? And we thought, let's just go in here and chat to them. And anyway, cut a very long story short, Paul is now the proud owner of a very bespoke waistcoat, which I did a video of when you picked it up. So I'm going to put that out on our socials possibly later today. So that's the thing about Thailand.
That's words you'd never thought you would hear Carole say, and it actually be right, was to cut a long story short.
I know.
Carole cuts a long story slightly longer.
Yes. So that's exciting. It's something that we wanted to do, because the tailors over here, if you want anything made, and they'll do it literally, we could have had that done in what, 2 days?
2-3 days.
3 days max. And not only has he made a little bow tie and a hanky. Very exciting. So Tina's here. So lovely to see you, Tina. And Joey said, hope the weather has been good. It has been brilliant up to today. Today's the first rain. And it looks like we've got a couple of days of scattered showers, but the rest of the week is hot again. It's about 30 degrees. Humidity's, sometimes you feel, gosh, that's quite high, but it's been brilliant. So hi there, Julie. And Wilson, Sawadi, PNC. Sawadika.
I said it Welsh, and you did as well, wasn't it?
Well, Sawadika.
Sawadika.
That's hello.
Yeah, but not Sawadika.
Sawadika. Yeah, well, I said a bit Welsh. So Sherry's here. So let me see Sherry in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Tony's here. See, look, Tony could even make it from Melbourne, because it's nice change getting that for 0600. So so lovely to see you here, Tony. And Reese has just said he's put his Sunday roast on hold whilst we chat to PNC priorities. Exactly that.
I feel bad saying we've already had ours now.
I know, it was so good.
It was excellent.
Well, it's 7:15 here at night, isn't it? No, so Andy and Carl said, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Looking forward to hearing about your trip. P.S. Love the waistcoat. Yeah. We're really, really chuffed to bits with it. Hi, Lou.
So it's not just about, extra content from PNC. If you're a Patreon, you would know all about this waistcoat now. I know it doesn't say much, but when you see it, you're going to be so excited.
You will also know we've had 2 very exciting invites in the space of 3 days.
We have.
For 2024. that we are just so excited about. And the waistcoat is going to be ideal for one, and the other one is going. Well, I'm not saying anymore because all. But if you want to know more about all our things, or be the first to know our news, then do join our Patreon or YouTube membership.
And as I've said before, it could cost you. We've got varying tiers, but it can cost you as little as £1 a week.
You can join free.
What can you buy for £1?
There is a free element to Patreon.
No, there's no free element to Patreon.
No.
Don't listen to what she's saying. She's gone insane. If you click on the free one, you will not get. You get 90% less than what you will.
Exactly, but you'll still be part of that community.
So, no, it's rubbish. So don't.
So you'll still get some
cheapskate.
updates, but no, all the exclusive content goes to our inside tiers and above.
Yes.
But that's the thing that Patreon do now. Shut up. Not. So Claire saying Thailand looks delightful. It is. It is. It's just so lovely to be back. The people are just delightful, aren't they? The weather's great. The food is amazing. It's awesome.
The weather's great. It's been like a monsoon here today.
Well, today,
yeah.
Danny's up. Look, in Alberta, it's 4:57. Well, fair play, Danny. That's awesome.
Knowing Danny's probably just coming in from the pub.
From a wine bar, not from the pub. We'll never let you forget that, Danny, will we? Andrea is saying, question, hi team from Sunny Bournemouth. How do you find out in advance what theme nights are on board a cruise? Now, on Cunard, because that's quite an important one, because the gala nights, there's 4 gala nights. There's red and white, there's red and gold, black and white, gala and masquerade. And you'll find that information on your calendar when you log into your My Cunard. So once you get a booking number and you've booked, you'll be able to log into that. Information is about that in our latest vlog series, which has gone down brilliantly, hasn't it? Our Cunard vlog series. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you check that out. Also, at the moment, we're putting out some cabin reviews. On Friday, our sheltered balcony cabin review went out. So if you haven't checked that out, do check that out. But also, I realised that I haven't put any of the cabins out from our new Amsterdam cruise in the Caribbean last year. And they were some great cracking cabins, weren't they, for Holland and America? Why are you looking at me like that?
There were some great cracking cabins.
Cabins. So what I've done is I've got 3 of those scheduled for the next week.
So if you want to see some great cracking cabins,
go and watch there. Yeah, and Julie's saying, please at this time zone I get to join the chat as you. It's 3 a.m. for me living in Australia. Yes, so great to see you here.
Make the most of it over the next
7 weeks.
7 weeks, depending on where we are.
Yes. Next week, our live is going to be on Saturday because we fly to Vietnam on Sunday, but it'll be the same time. So we're going to keep it to the same time wherever we are, aren't we? So 12 o'clock on a weekend.
Saturday? Will we still be on the ship?
We'll still be here.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, we'll still be here. Don't listen to me. But if you want some great cracking crabbins.
Oh, dear. So let's see. David Morgan's here as well. So many people here. Let's get to the next question. Hi there, you two. Reese is just saying, are your lives more fun on location or better at home? I get really nervous about our lives when we're on location because I worry about the Wi-Fi. Thankfully, the Wi-Fi, the tests I've been running every day have been not brilliant here, but good. The Wi-Fi has been good enough for us to upload, hasn't it? Videos and things.
It's not been better for me because our phone's about 20 minutes before the live started. We've got a WhatsApp group with everybody who's with us. And there's been ping, 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 and they're all out on the beer and eating lovely Thai food. And we said, oh, we'll be out just after 8 o'clock. Oh, no, we're probably going to go out earlier than that. So
that's fair enough.
So we arrange everything. We bring them over here and they stab us in the back. And I'll bet you they're in the pub now drinking ice cold Singer.
It's lovely. You know, when you travel with a group and we love Thailand so much, you hope that everyone else will. We know that Dean, Jane, and Nat and Al would, but our friends Tony and Tina had not come to Thailand before. No. And, you know, it's been so lovely seeing them really enjoying themselves and having a good time. So and we've had such a laugh, haven't we? Everyone's just got on so well. Fabulous. It's been a brilliant group, and we'd happily go away with these guys every time. So Ken Goes Cruising's here. So hi there, Ken and Lindsay and Somerset. Lorraine's here. So thanks for joining. And we got A Life in the Park. So Steve and Nicola are here. So lovely to see you guys. Nicola looks after all our merchandise, and she's just adding extras to our shop. We've got some really lovely stuff coming, haven't we?
We have, yes. But don't worry, Nicola. You won't have to be putting a waistcoat on her.
No. Just thinking about shop. One of the things that we bought on this holiday, because it's a land-based holiday, and obviously we normally go cruising. This has been one of the best things, hasn't it? I put a picture. The Cruising Canucks said to us about it, and they bought it on one cruise, and I said, "Oh my god, what a great idea!" But they're called pool hammocks, and I don't know if anyone's seen one, but this is it. It's like got two inflatable sides, and it's got like a net, and you can get them off Amazon. They've been so much fun in the pool, haven't they? And you can actually push them out so it goes like a lilo.
What Carole's trying to say is each end is inflated, and it's joined together by a large piece of mesh which you can either sit or lie on.
Yes, that's what I said.
You said it's got two blow-up bits and a net.
Well, it is like a net. You could catch fish in it if you wanted to. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up. So if you are planning a holiday that's got a lot of pool time, these were $9.99 from Amazon, and the two came in a pack, a pink one and a blue one, and I put a link to our Amazon store if anyone's interested in getting them, because this is quite a game changer for us, because we've spent so much time in the pool here, haven't we, and it's been absolutely lovely. Anyway, back to questions. Let's have a look. I
said bad things about some of our friends and family that is with us, and they're watching our live.
Are they? Let's see. Well, man is asking, Sunday roasted on what's been your favourite meal so far in paradise? Oh, I love. I had an amazing Penang curry yesterday. I've just been enjoying. I love the minced chicken salads that are quite spicy, got a lot of lemongrass in. Paul is loving the prawns.
I haven't had a prawn today. I haven't had a single prawn today. I didn't have a prawn yesterday.
Oh, Paul's been Massaman. You're loving the Massamans.
No. Massaman is my probably my go-to favourite, and I've only had about 5 since I've been here. But yes, and I've had some red curries, green curries. I've had loads of prawns, and it's all been fabulous.
We got a lot of questions on our social media about, I don't want to go to Thailand because I'm not going to find anything to eat because I don't eat spicy food. We've got people that hate spicy food in our party, and they do no spice. So if you ask for a massaman or whatever, they'll do no spice, medium, or very spicy. So don't worry about that. And also, if you want Western food, it's so easy. If you want to go out and eat chicken and chips every day, or pizza, or whatever you want, spaghetti bolognese, it's here.
Well, the place we went to today, Gow Badger, which we were talking about earlier, which we had a fabulous roast dinner, which they do every Sunday. But they also do, as standard, things like cottage pie. They do a fabulous all-day breakfast that my brother had when we went there to book our Sunday roast, middle of last week. I had a green curry, which was fabulous. My brother had an all-day, and your sister had an all-day breakfast, and it was absolutely banging. Wasn't it?
I had tom yum soup. That's another one of my favourites. I love tom yum soup.
You can come here, and you could eat more English food than if you were in England.
One of the favourite Tina's we're travelling with is, because she doesn't do spicy stuff, is they do pineapple fried rice, and it's served in half a pineapple, and it's delicious. So Sarah saying hello from the Isle of Wight. Looks like you're having a wonderful time. We've always thought about going to Thailand. Would you recommend Koh Samui for our first visit?
Koh Samui is the perfect fit for somebody who's never been to Thailand. And the reasons being, because it's a small island, it's got all the elements of Thailand in one small island. You've got Chuang, which is like the mad party place that, like, there's still things going on at 4 or 5 in the morning. You've got Lamai, which is a slightly sort of less mad pace. Fisherman's Village is more westernized, but still plenty of Thai stuff to be had. There's tiny little places you can go to where there's virtually nothing, but it's all within easy reach. And like we were talking earlier about getting a taxi man on board, or even if you use the local taxis, as long as you make sure you say, right, I want to go to so and so, how much is it? They'll tell you. They've all got meters in. We've been in 100 taxis over the years coming to Thailand, and we've never seen a meter turned on once. So you always make sure you agree the price before you get in there. Plus, they got these little things called song taos, which means 2 benches. and it's like a pickup truck with a roof on, and it's got 2 benches in the back, and you just flag them down. But again, you say, right, I'm going to so and so, how much is it going to be? They'll say a price, and then it's up to you whether you jump in the back or not.
Yeah, it's, from a safety point of view, we're quite nervous of those things. But we like a little bit of aircon when we're traveling around because it's quite humid.
But that's one of the cheapest ways to travel, as long as you negotiate well.
Yes.
But going back to, yes, Koh Samui is perfect, because you might think to yourself, you want the quiet life of being in one area, or you might think, I could do a party tonight, and you can easily navigate the island. So yes, it's the perfect fit, in my humble opinion. It
is. I totally agree. So Ted K's here, so nice to see you, from Arlington, Texas, and Traveling Over 60 is here from Australia, 11 p.m. here, so you're able to join. So that's lovely.
I'll be able to call myself that soon, won't I?
And AIT, yeah, you will. Paul is 60 this year. AIT direct greetings from Aspors County. Oh, which is that then? Where's Aspors made in the UK?
I don't know.
Oh, yes, Natalie's here. So, that's our lovely, lovely niece. We've had so much fun.
We have.
David Morgan saying, we've been watching your vlogs on Cunard and Saga. In your opinion, what one do you prefer and why? Oh, that's difficult. We like both and would happily cruise on both tomorrow. I think the difference for me between Saga and Cunard is the Cunard experience is a lot more traditional and British. Saga is very much more boutique cruising.
It's still very British.
It is still very British, but it's got that more, if you understand what boutique cruising is, a bit like going on Azamara, Oceania, a bit more sort of market cruising. Cunard, I think, has that little edge when it comes to tradition and formality, and we quite like that, don't we? But Cunard can be really informal too, can it? It's not.
They're both fabulous.
They are.
They really are. They're such a great cruising experience. So I don't think we wouldn't be disappointed if we went on either.
If I was looking at Cunard and Saga, it would be the itinerary that would make me choose which one I would go on, but I would happily go on both. So sorry, David, that doesn't really answer, does it? All.
And Saga would be probably more expensive, but then you've got to factor in what you get included for your money, which is things like you get picked up from your house, you get your travel insurance included, or
spa.
There's no extra cost restaurants, they're all included. Your drinks are all included. The thermal spas included. There's so much extra you get for your money. There's no inside cabins. It's all, every cabin's a balcony cabin.
The cabins on Saga are beautiful, fantastic. And they're modern cons with all the USBs. Cunard cabins are dated now. I'm so excited about Queen Anne just to see what they've done with the cabins.
But obviously you've got to understand that Saga have got 2 brand new ships. Well, say brand new. They're 4 or 5 years old.
But beautiful ships.
But only 4 or 5 years old. Whereas obviously all the current Cunard fleet until Queen Anne comes out are 20 plus years old.
Exactly.
So So it's a bit. It's not chalk and cheese.
No,
because they're aiming for a sort of similar audience, but yeah. So they're both great. You wouldn't be disappointed with either, in my humble opinion.
Exactly. Robert's asking, hello, Paul, I'm also in Thailand in Jomtien. Busy here. Hear that Koh Samui is very busy at the moment. Well, it is fairly busy, but we've seen it busier, definitely, haven't we? I mean, Fisherman's Market on a Friday night when the market's here is very busy. On an evening, there's quite a few people around, but in the day, it seems fairly quiet, doesn't it? Been to Lamai twice now, and I don't think we've ever seen it so quiet, have we?
Fisherman's Village is a place that lots of people will come because they've got sort of like, well, everywhere's got a walking street, but Fisherman's Village seems to have this thing where everybody comes here in the evening, and there's no more here than there is anywhere else, but it just seems to attract a lot of evening business.
It does. But there's so many good restaurants here. You can see why. Jackie's asking, how do you choose your cruises? There's certain ships that when they're coming out, you think, oh, that's interesting, we'd like to do that. Mostly now it's itinerary based, unless it's a new and different ship. Sometimes it's an older ship. We're going on one in the summer that's a very old ship that we've been wanting to do for a long time. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a new ship, does it? No. So it depends on, now that we've cruised over 50 times, it is a lot of itinerary based. unless it's something a little bit different.
I choose my cruises by saying, "Where are we going on our next cruise, honey?" And she tells me. Well, her and Dan tell me.
Yes, Tony says hi there from Drake, Scotland. Nearly forgot you were on just now. Drake. Lou's just asking, do you have any traditions or rituals you always do before traveling? Oh, no, we don't.
No, not at all.
Do you? Let us know in the comments if you've got any rituals or traditions. No, we don't.
We like to do the haka before we leave the house, don't we? That's quite a...
Lynn's here just saying, love watching you guys. You make me laugh. Going on Marine Explorer 2 first cruise Caribbean. So excited to enjoy. That should be a lot of fun on Morella. Enjoy. Yes, so Williams lives in Thailand. So welcome to Thailand from your fan from Thailand. Yes, thank you, William. Thanks for joining. We love Thailand. We know that we'll always come back to Thailand at some point, won't we? Because it's just such a fabulous country. Yeah. We were just talking earlier, weren't we, about going back to... We love Koh Samui, but we also had some fantastic holidays in the Krabi area, which is a place that we'd love to get back to. And there's a few more islands we haven't been around there, and we'd love to do that in the future.
I'm just looking, and Claire's... Well,
Sherry's just saying Spartans and cruise lines are bonkers. They certainly are.
And Claire's asked us how our Sunday lunch was, and she asked that question at 5
I know,
past 12.
But I'm going through all the questions to make sure we do.
36
I know.
minutes.
Oh, well, hopefully we've Claire knows. Claire knows now. We love it when we see Claire. She's a lovely lady who came on our Patreon meetup. It was so great to see so many of the guys here that came on our Patreon meetup in London. And we've got another Patreon meetup organised for Southampton, and there's another one in the because of an invitation we've had that we're going to be doing too. So that's awesome. So and Julie said, "Way to go, Carole! Interrupt." Thank you, Julia. I've been given permission.
Well, like, you need permission to interrupt me. You've been doing it for 29 years.
Joe's here, who was also at our meeting. Oh, lovely Joe. 5 minutes and already laughing out loud. Hope you're both having the best time. We are having a brilliant time. So thank you so much. AIT Direct says I got charged €50 for a wet shave on Costa Toscana down the hard style. After that, lesson learned. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? You want to go to the spa, but you don't want all that hard sell. Kathy's here from a rainy Virginia. So lovely to see you here. And Holly's here. So lovely to see Holly. Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're having an amazing time. We are. Yvonne's here and Robert's asking. So nice to see Yvonne. And Robert's asking, what's the spiciest Thai food you tried?
Well, the thing is with Thai food, as a standard, probably one of the Thai foods that's spiciest is, ironically, the one that Carole eats, which is called lab moo. Now, obviously, because it's called lab moo, what sort of meat is it, Annie? Pork. But it's a spicy pork.
It's like a mince.
And it's so hot.
Well, Carole, it can be.
Carole made me try it once. And
you got really angry
and
with
it
me.
Ruined my whole day. That's how
it does exaggerate.
It did. It ruined my whole day. That's how spicy it was. But I can eat things like green curries, red curries, that sort of stuff that is spicy, that Carole can't even get. Oh, I can't. That's too hot. But that lab moo stuff is just like eating lava.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
But the beauty of Thailand, I refuse to be interrupted. Perfect example yesterday. We went into this restaurant called Nirvana, which is a bit more upmarket. But the beauty is, what we love about most of the places, you can watch them cook the food. And even though this Nirvana is a bit more upmarket and you've got beautiful views across the beach, you can watch one or two ladies behind. No, this is all about me now. You can watch the one or two ladies behind the counter cooking your food. And me, Carole's sister, and my brother all had massaman. My brother had no spice. Jane had medium spice. I had big spice. All three, the same dish, all three totally different in spice levels. All three people involved absolutely said it was the best.
And you say it's a bit upmarket. That was just under £5 for the curry and rice.
Yeah.
One other thing that I haven't tried, I'm a bit scared to try it because the last time I was here, I love a papaya salad. I love the crunch of it, but oh my gosh, the last one I had in Thailand blew my head off, and I'm a bit frightened to try it.
what really messes with your brain with a papaya salad is it is a cold salad with shredded papaya and various other salad items. So everything,
with fish sauce and lemon.
So everything is cold, but the spice to it is on another level.
It's mad.
So it is mad, and the fact that she won't try it, and that was one of your favourite things.
It was.
But yeah,
maybe I'll come back to you next week and let you know if I've had a papaya salad. But I love tom yum soup, which is like a sweet and sour soup. That can be really spicy, but that's delicious.
So there's it's not like, to sum it up perfectly, when you go to an Indian for a curry, you'll have things like obviously your kormas and all that sort of stuff, going up to madrasas and fowls and things like that. Well, that goes on level of spiciness, whereas you can have a red curry, a green curry, yellow curry, whatever, different flavors, Penang. They will make it as spicy as you want it to like blow your head off levels, but it will still retain that beautiful taste of the dish that you've set out to do. So there's no like when you go in, there's no like, oh, if you have this one, it's going to be mad spicy, and if you have that one, it won't. You can make anything you want into whatever you want. So it's so it's a totally different experience than an Indian.
Tony's asking, how do prices compare today to the last time you were over there? Do you know, that's a great question, because we were talking to Julie and Mark, the guys that live here, and they were telling us that post-COVID, things like Big C and the big supermarkets for them has gone up about 10%, hasn't it? It's gone up quite a bit. However, the prices in the bars and the restaurants, we don't think that they've gone up very much at all. They're quite comparable, aren't they?
Because I would have said that...
your beer's probably gone up 10 baht, would you say?
Most the places in Fisherman's Village, the cheapest we've seen a beer so far is 60 baht. Now, 60 baht is about £1.40 for a bottle of beer, sort of, like a Budweiser size 330 or whatever they come in. Bottle of that, cheapest we've seen it, 60 baht, which is under £1.50. The average price in Fisherman's Village, because like I said, it is a little bit more westernised and a little bit more at market, but the average price seems to be about 100 baht. So that's £2.30, I think, for a bottle. But the Thai beer is great. Singer, Chang, all that sort of stuff's great. If you want imported, like Heineken or whatever, it'll cost you another 20 or 30 baht on top. But still £3 a bottle, to be fair.
Talking about money as well, if you do come over here, make sure you shop around for the best exchange rate, because there's little money kiosks all at the street in Fisherman's Village, and one end they're charging they're giving 41 baht per pound, and the one down the bottom is 43.2. So for example, changing, was it like 400 quid, is a difference of about £30. Did you say? That's what you told me earlier.
Yeah, I know. I was lying to you though to make you look silly on here. No. At the one end, no, it is. At the one end, it was given 40 baht to the pound. 5 or 6 minute walk down the street, it was 43.2. So we changed £400, and that made a difference of 1,300 baht, which is £30. So
it was the same.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because one was 40, it went 40, 41, and then further out go 43. So that made a difference of £30 just by having a bit of a shop around and walking 5 minutes down the road. So you'd have thought it'd have been sort of fairly standard, but it's not. And today we were in Le Mans. We thought it'd be better rate in Le Mans. It was 41.
41 again.
So
man is asking, are there any nasty wee beasties where you are? And then with more than 4 legs is just, we haven't, from a mosquito point of view, we always make sure we always bring our jungle formula. We've got a plug-in in the corner of the room, and we also make sure we all spray before we go out, particularly when it's becoming dusk and on an evening. I haven't had any mosquito bites. I've had more sort of like a couple of midgy bites when we were sat on the beach having a beer the other day. We've seen one cockroach, not in here, but down the road, didn't we? Your brother.
Well, my brother.
Well, no, it was Tony, wasn't it? It flew in. We were sat in a restaurant. It flew in from a pool area and landed on his leg.
Did you know that cockroaches could fly?
Yes, they can.
Didn't. I got a cockroach update for Carole because she wasn't there.
Oh.
There was a cockroach came in the bar last night, and my brother said he didn't know whether to kill it or put a saddle on it because it was that big. He said it was like a Jack Russell.
But this part of the world, you're going to get that. Yeah. We haven't seen any around the hotel or anything. We haven't seen any. We've seen little geckos, but we haven't seen any sort of big sort of ploddy geckos. I don't know what you call them. But so no, we haven't seen.
No,
when just thinking of animals, one of the funniest things on our telly, we one of the stations is a cockfighting auction, isn't it? You can buy a cock. Which was very amusing.
YouTube might take this video down for a breach of some sort of guidelines. There was
cock.
There was a cock auction on the telly.
There was, which was very amusing. Oh dear! But then the TV wouldn't work properly, and then Paul got all excited because they delivered a new TV, and it's a smart TV. So we've been able to watch when we come in on evening. We've been able to watch a bit of Reacher, haven't we, Paulie?
A bit of Netflix on.
So let's have a look because the times are ticking out and go so quick. So let's have a look.
Well, I mean, she's up to.
Mandy's saying, loving you popping up on my Facebook this week. You both look really sun-kissed. Thank you so much. Sherry's asking, how long was your flight and what route did you take?
It was, you cannot fly directly to Koh Samui. So you have to go via Bangkok, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, that sort of thing. We flew to Bangkok, and then which was 10 hours,
10 and a half,
and then we flew from Bangkok to Koh Samui, which only takes
40 minutes.
It's 40 minutes, and what's bonkers, they give you a cooked meal while you're on the plane. It's literally, as soon as you hear the wheels going up, the trolley starts rattling, and we had a nice chicken and rice dish with a little bit of fairy cake.
Yeah, that's right. We flew with Eva Air, which is a Taiwanese airline that we've flown with before. They were good. I think from a foot space for us, it worked. We had Tony was a little bit bigger. It was a bit tight, wasn't it? It's not the biggest seating areas.
But Tony is 6'6".
Yes. So if you compare them with like sort of Virgin Atlantic and Singapore Airways, I think you don't get as much room. But they were good. They were efficient. The service was lovely with a smile, wasn't it? And the food was a bit strange, even for us that's used to sort of Thai food. It was a little bit odd, wasn't it? So would I pick Eva Air again? Yes, I would if it was the right price.
The problem is, Koh Samui Airport is owned by Bangkok Airways, and it is an absolutely beautiful airport, one of the prettiest airports, which you don't get to appreciate until you're flying back out, because when you come in, you don't get to see that side of it. But when you go to fly home, it's worth going a little bit earlier than you need to, because it is beautiful. And they've got like a park you can sit in and have your lunch. And there's like a row there's shopping, there's all sorts of stuff. It's really, really pretty airport, and they've certainly put some dollar into it. But because they own it, they can charge almost whatever they want for people to fly in. So that second leg from Bangkok to there, or from Singapore to there, or whoever it might be, that's the one they really sting you on. So that is the only downside, is that they can dictate, and understandably, because they own it, and like I said, they put lots of money into it. But yeah, so all together, under 12 hours with the two flights. Yeah, and flights at the moment are crazy prices. We used to be able to fly to Thailand we've got it as cheap as £500 return. But now the people that are doing the return flight, it was 1,290. So it's an expensive flight to get to Koh Samui. Our one way was £800 because obviously we're going on and doing other things. But that was the cheapest that we could get. And Singapore Airways, and that were crazy. They were like to over £2,000 a person, weren't they? Yeah. So I'm sure flights will come down in time, but flights at the moment are the killer when you're booking a holiday like this. See, Ju says she loves my waffles. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I think Cher's referring to you as well. So if you go down one lot, I think what Cher's saying is her husband used to tell her to land the plane. Meaning, shut up. Come to the point. I think get to the point is what. Rex is asking, where are you going from where you are now? Next Sunday, we fly to Vietnam to join AMA Waterways
Amadara for a Mekong River cruise. So that's awesome. So
Where's
that's
that
why
from?
our live next week will be on the Saturday.
Is that Ho Chi Minh City?
Ho Chi Minh, yeah.
Ho Chi
Our
Minh,
first
yeah.
time in Vietnam, so
Yeah.
we're very excited about that. So let's have a look. Catherine Reese is here. Love to see you guys. 7 days until we join Celebrity Beyond for our Southern Caribbean birthday cruise. Enjoy the rest of the holiday. Look forward to the vlogs of this trip. Yes, Celebrity Beyond's great ship. Have a fabulous, fabulous time. Frank and Jen from New Mexico just woke up. Hey, lovely to see you both. Hope you're having a fabulous time. It's cruise day for us on the Regal Princess in a few hours. Oh, have a fantastic time too. Ted's asking, have you ate your weight in tempura shrimp yet? You haven't been as bad as normal, have you? To be quite,
I gotta be honest, Ted. I've been getting a bit of peer pressure from somebody saying, "Oh, that fried food."
Well, I'm trying to educate him to be a bit more heart healthy because I don't want him eating fried food every day because I love him dearly and I don't want anything to happen to him.
And
so that's why.
And during this holiday, or even during our whole lifetime together, have I ever told you what to eat?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
When was that?
I just want to make healthy choices for our weight and for
Yes.
for we're getting older. We need to be a little bit more savvy.
That's why I need to eat more tempura shrimp. So I'm getting older.
So Keith and Jan, hopefully we've answered the question about the flight with Eva Air. Julie's asking, when you went to Barbados and did the Caribbean, did you use all the ship excursion or did you use private tours? Julie, we've got on our, if you scroll back on our Facebook page, we were introduced to a great guy called Jamal, weren't we, in Barbados? And we've got all the posts of all the information on there. And he took us out for the day and we had a fabulous time. So do check that out. So Lewis is here. Lewis and the family, the guys from QM2. Hi, Paul and Carole. I hope you're having a great time. Look forward to seeing your vlogs. Andy soon, Lewis. So lovely to see you. Frank is still snoring. Oh.
So it's just Jen from New Mexico.
It is. Penelope's saying, have a wonderful time. You two love coming on your adventures. Well, thank you so much, Penelope. Right, so Karen's just saying, hello, I've managed to follow your travels and food updates when I was on Iona. I'm home now and had a lovely 2 weeks. I feel the food has improved since last May. Entertainment was great too. That's great to hear then, Karen. So brilliant. Frank and Jen are asking, how do you use phones over there? Do you use an eSIM or something like that? We're going to Barcelona in 3 months, another cruise, and wondering how to use my phone.
We haven't used an eSIM. My dad was actually still in hospital when we set off, but he'd already had a release date, and I'm very pleased to tell you
he's doing really
well. Doing really, really well. Yeah. Now, we looked into the eSIM thing, but what you will get in Thailand is the Wi-Fi. Everywhere you go, the Wi-Fi is fabulous. Yeah. So every different bar or restaurant we go to now, and I said to Carole's sister, get on your phone and put your Wi-Fi on and log into the Wi-Fi. And she's like, well, I don't need to. I said, no, but if you do it, because if we're messaging each other, where are you? It's got to the point now where we can virtually walk the whole length of Fisherman's Village. And because we've been to lots of different places, we have always got Wi-Fi because it just kicks back in when you get near it. So 2 nights ago, my sister was at my dad's house because my dad hasn't got Wi-Fi and he hasn't got any G on his phone. So we couldn't phone him, but my sister's got Messenger, so we FaceTimed. So that aspect's fine. But Bob and Holly of Innocents Abroad, they got a deal with T-Mobile. And it's got it's something ridiculous, like it's 197 countries or something it covers, and you just use it exactly the same as you would when you're at home. So we've got an aspect of that on our phone, but it's only for sort of Europe and America, Canada, but it won't cover anywhere in Asia, unfortunately. So
it's something we might do in Japan because we're going to be on the move a lot.
Yeah, so we've
looked into it and we've got it all sort of downloaded what we need to do.
So I think there will be an eSIM at some point.
Yeah.
But it's like with after Vietnam, we're going to be in Cambodia, and it seems like there's nothing that will cover like an eSIM that covers there anyway. So if we haven't got any Wi-Fi, which I can't believe we won't.
But we'll be staying in hotels, so they always have Wi-Fi, don't they? So we haven't relied on having to have that. So we know a lot of people do.
So the answer to your question is when you go to Barcelona in 3 months' time, can you educate us about eSIMs? Because we don't know yet, but hopefully that'll change.
Lou said they're going on the next cruise in 4 weeks. The case already out of the loft. Gosh, I wish we were packing the day before this trip. But there we are. That's just normal for us. Susan said, lovely to see you too. Looks great. David's asking, have you come across another drink that makes Carole pull funny faces like a duck fart she had in ketchup can? No, not yet.
Unless it's a bad.
I'm really enjoying the mango shakes. Fresh fruit over here is just amazing. I'm having mango shakes, not with milk. They're just obviously, so they're fairly healthy. Pineapple shakes. Nat and I are loving the watermelon shakes. Last night I had my first mango and passion fruit shake, and oh my gosh, that was so tart.
And what did you do with it, honey?
Oh, well, I still drank it.
No, and what else did you do with that? What was the shakes you had last night in the pub?
Oh, the other thing that a few of us are doing is we're doing like a vodka slushy. So you buy like a mango shake or pineapple shake, and then you just drink a little bit. And then you just put a little shot of Smirnoff in. So it's like it's build your own cocktail. Yeah. So they're going down well. So Kathy's saying your Cunard videos have been so entertaining. It makes me really want to try Cunard Transnight instead of flying. It's such a civilized way to go. So definitely recommend it. And we're so chuffed with how well they've gone down, haven't they? Our Cunard.
Especially the last episode, because it just seems to be the norm that the first episode gets the most views and then it starts to drop. It's looking like the fourth episode is probably going to overtake the first episode. It's already overtaken 2 and 3.
Yeah,
and it's looking like it's going to overtake number 1. And we've had 30,000 views on number 1, so that's great.
In combination, they're heading towards 100,000.
Yeah, they are. So
it's really
great. I was going to say something now. Oh yeah, somebody said to me, because obviously we put on there, did we do it the wrong way? Because 5 days out of 7 sailing back, you lose an hour a day. And somebody said, well, it's just a no-brainer. Then you do it the other way, wouldn't you? But then you got to fly home. And then you get jet lag. And that was the beauty of flying over there, doing a mad week in New York, which we did, and we had a fabulous time. And Kevin Benez, who I haven't seen in the chat tonight, actually, but I don't know what the time is.
Well, no, he'll be midnight. They're 12 hours.
So, yeah, it's the wrong time for Kevin.
Yeah.
But he came out and met us a couple of times. We had the most amazing time. And then we had this fantastic, relaxing time coming back. And even though we lost 5 hours, when we got home, it meant we were fully refreshed.
Yeah, I definitely do that way again.
When we flew back from Canada, without exaggeration, it took almost 2 weeks to get over it. You'd be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all of a sudden it'd be like somebody hit you in the back of the head with a shovel.
Danny's asking, at the Koh recent Azamara cruise, the mention of ports restricting ships, especially the larger ones. Is this something you're hearing? We haven't heard any more news. There was talk, obviously, with Norway of some of the ships. That was more to do with emissions. So we haven't heard anything. I know there's a hoo-ha going on at the moment with Norwegian cruise lines that they've advertised or they sold a cruise to go to Antarctica and South America, and they changed the name of the cruise as soon as everyone got on, and they're no longer going to Antarctica. So there's
been a bit of a riot, to say the least.
And that's the Norwegian Star. Was it Norwegian Star?
I can't remember which one it was, but there's been a bit of a riot because they waited until they departed. Then they changed the name of the cruise on the app.
Yeah.
And then they said, due to operational whatever, we won't be going to Antarctica. Can you imagine booking a cruise to go to Antarctica that doesn't go to Antarctica? And they won't tell them. They said for operational reasons, they won't tell them what the operational reasons are. So this woman's like whipped up a bit of a posse, and they've all gone to guest services this morning. And there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there. So they didn't even open the guest services desk, and they've sent security to disperse them.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think just thinking about the ports, Venice has been restricting ships there for a while. And there was talk of Barcelona too, isn't there? So, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future.
So I did do a tangent there, but it's very interesting. No. Keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Cheryl's here from Guadalajara. No, I didn't say it. Guadalajara.
Go on.
Guadalajara. Yes.
Guadalajara.
Right. Anyway, lovely to see you, Cheryl.
Can you move somewhere else, Cheryl? Somewhere like Bradford or something that Carole can say.
Hello, Jim. We get to follow you on Coast of the Flu. Looks amazing. It is. So let's. Ken saying Aspel cider was made in Suffolk.
Ooh. I get that
So
one
a lot of people are saying about the hammocks, the pool hammocks. They've got them. So Tatiana's got some as well. I have the water cushion. Let Professor Slovene. So I guess from Slovenia. So thank you for joining. Oh no, Kevin is here. Look, the sleepy judge just woke up to join. Looks like a terrific trip.
So
yes, because it's funny, isn't it? Because New York is literally 12 hours difference from us. So it's 12 midday here, and it's obviously nearly 1 a.m. now for Kevin. So lovely to see you here.
It's almost like we mentioned his name and he appeared.
I know, like magic.
Yes.
And then Anne's just made
I
it
wonder
too.
if £1 million is under my pillow.
Lizzie Lou's just saying hello from a rainy Hamburg.
Have you been to our?
Have you been to because it's Sunday, isn't it?
Oh,
have you been to? That's the day to go to our
Brauhaus München.
Yes.
Get down there. Boo 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 boo. A big pork knuckle and a 4-pint glass of beer. Sounds like a perfect afternoon.
It does. Good morning, Mary, saying from Chicago. Just woke up 6:30 in Chicago. Glad the cat woke me up. And saying, Mike said, look at your hair's gone all light in the sun. It's funny. Well, it is, isn't it?
The trouble is my hair. I got plenty of hair, to be fair.
It is thinning, Paul.
It is, but the trouble is like you can see through it now. So I got to put sun cream on my hair so my hair don't burn.
Yes, you do. He doesn't like wearing a hat. I bought 3 hats. We got all our lovely bucket hats.
Even a Paul and Carole love to travel hat.
Yeah, our bucket hat with our logo on and a baseball hat. And he's like, I don't like a hat.
Makes my head hot.
Let's have a look, see what other questions we've got. So Ken's asking, do they take card payments there or is it largely cash? They do take card.
They do take a card. They are a bit more cash merchants, to be honest, but there's more and more places taking a card, but they do charge you 3%. But because the transactions aren't savage, if it's a place that will take a card and you've been in there all night and had 50 quid worth of beer, it ain't going to, obviously 10% is only a fiver. They're charging 3%, so it would be £1 something. So, yes.
You can use your card, but you do get charged.
More and more places are. But interestingly, we're going to the elephant sanctuary on Wednesday, so we're going to get some great footage from there, hopefully. And hopefully an elephant won't eat my Insta 360. But that is cash only. It's a charity, but it's cash only.
Yeah. And this is one of the ethical parks, just so you know, that no riding. It's where they look after poorly elephants and educate people of how elephants should be treated. So Sherry's saying she's never heard of Eva Air. Good to know about it. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of different sort of Asian airlines out there. So Catherine's saying, what's the best time of year to go for the best weather? What time of year is best avoided? Between December, January, February, March, and in Thailand is a very good time to come. This is sort of their peak season. April onwards is what happens is called Songkram, which is the start of the wet season. So that comes in April. So if you are coming here through April through till November, you're more likely to get some wet weather. However, Thailand, if you look at the map of Thailand, Thailand looks like a big elephant's head. It's got a big round bit at the top and it comes down very narrow. And the weather at the north can be very different to the south. So do your research. But Koh Samui certainly is that's the time that we found better, but also Krabi, particularly the south, gets very wet. We went in November once and we were walking around in 3 inches of water and we vowed never to go in November again. But our friends were up the north in Cha'am and Hua Hin, well, not the north, sort of mid, and they were having great weather. So I think the southern you go, the wetter it gets. And Chiang Mai, again, right in the north, seems to get sort of steady weather throughout. So Raymond's just asking about, my wife's disabled. I know you travel with Paul's dad. Who do you think is the best company to travel with? We enjoyed MSC, but found the disabled cabin could have had more rails.
Well, the irony is we had an awful experience with MSC, but it was on an older ship, and it was just not because of the facilities. It was just because of how poorly they treated people in wheelchairs. It was absolutely
they wouldn't give them any
disgraceful,
priority,
you know. So,
but from cabin point of view, we've had excellent cabin. We ended up in an accessible cabin on P&O. Princess are very good,
yeah.
And Cunard, you have to be very selective about your cabin because some are better than others. We've found, haven't we? So we've had
good, we've had average, and we've had really, really poor on Cunard. One of the worst accessible cabins in the history of accessible cabins, which we pointed out. I mean, if you go to our YouTube channel, there's one on there, and we put not fit for purpose, and it's not fit for purpose. It wasn't fit for purpose for an able-bodied person.
No, on our website, Raymond, we've got a post that covers all our accessible cabin tours. So have a look at that, and you'll see. But I think your dad, from an ease point of view, Princess seems to sit well with your dad, wasn't it? It was everything was easy, and we've done quite a few Princess cruises, and he's really enjoyed them. Let's have a look. Have we got any more questions? Quite a few people asking about WhatsApp and etc. Sherry's just saying about WhatsApp is great. AT&T charges $10 a day outside ultrasound. That's my radiology background outside the US for data, right? Yeah. So it's, again, it depends on your provider, doesn't it? Penelope's just saying, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yeah, if you've enjoyed our live, please give us a thumbs up. We'll just check to see if there's any other questions that we haven't answered before we go and meet the family. So Sherry's got a valid point. There's lots of changes going on itineraries because what's going on with the Suez Canal. A lot of the world cruises and their itineraries being changed drastically. So I think it's whatever's happening in the world, things will be changed. Let's have a look. Lynn's just saying, that's interesting. It's cash only in Japan. For your information, surprised when we went there in 2019, as Japan's up there in technology. They like cash. We have got some Japanese yen, isn't it?
So we've only got about
we've got some. No, we have. We've got some. That's fine. So we can sort that out. Just Retired World Traveller just saying, I just joined from Canada, saying hi to John at the Sanctuary. He's the best guide. We're so looking forward to being back there. We've been there before.
There's now two ethical sanctuaries run by the same people on Koh Samui. So it'd be interesting to see. And
Sherry's saying that what she's heard from people in Japan. So okay, well we'll just see. We'll see what happens there. Greetings from Perth. Happy to be able to watch live for a change. You're welcome. It's been so lovely chatting to you guys. Yes. We've done over the hour. We hope you found our insights into our first week in Thailand useful. We've got another week here, so do follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you're on LinkedIn as well, we're there. Anything else you wanted to add? I don't think the few things that we wanted to say. About we've covered. Stay tuned. We've got some cabin reviews coming your way. We've interestingly just done a poll on our YouTube channel, on our community, because obviously we've got our vlog series of Azamara Caribbean. We've got our Mekong River cruise coming up. We've got our Japan Riviera tour and our Cunard Queen Anne in the next couple of months coming up. And I did a poll to see what people wanted to see with our next vlog series to be. And actually, everyone's really, really excited about Queen Anne. But the second one that came up is the Mekong River cruise. So I think I'm going to go dive straight into Mekong River cruise in Japan and come back to Azamara, because there's a lot of content out there about Caribbean. So that's probably why. Everyone's saying have a great holiday. So thank you all, guys. Ken and Lindsay, roast beef is calling. Yeah, enjoy your Sunday roast. Thanks for taking time out of your Sunday, because we know it is an unusual time. And we will see you next week on Saturday. So we'll be putting that on our socials just to remind you. So thanks, everyone, for joining, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.